Welcome to Busy Gardening with Mrs. Busybody. Hey everybody, I'm Lovey. I started this journey as a new gardener here in Zone 8B, South Carolina, but I've graduated with experience. I've moved past the startup phase of building this garden, and I'm now mastering the rhythms of growing my own herbs, flowers, fruits, and vegetables while refining my homesteading skills. Join me as I share hard-earned tips I've picked up while growing, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to see how we're turning this farm into a feast. Hey everybody, welcome to Busy Gardening with Mrs. Busybody. Come along with me as we begin to break ground again on the homestead, and we are planting Deacon and Elder in the ground today. Come along with me. This is Deacon, my second elderberry, and this is a Black Laced Sambucus Elderberry bush. I can't quite remember what kind the first one is, but I will do some research and have that posted on the screen. Today they are about to go in ground. So what we're going to do is plant them over here in an area where my girl dogs used to get out of the fence, and I had to kind of barricade the fence with two of my wooden garden stakes here. So I need my stakes back. So this is where we're just gonna plant my elderberry bushes now that we don't have the girls on the yard anymore. This is about the area where I want them to go down. I will space them about a foot or so apart, even though you can have them up to 6 feet apart and they will still pollinate each other. But you do need 2 elderberry bushes in order to make berries, so that they cross-pollinate each other and you get berries. And I got a few berries last year, but I'm hoping that they do better now that I am going to put them in the ground. And I already see like the soil, maybe a mole or something lives in this area, but and I know there are plenty of tree roots around here. I have a tree right here that I'm quite sure the roots are over here, and these big old pine trees, I know their roots have traveled this far. But plants live together in the wild, and their roots seem to not bother each other underground, so why can't they in my backyard? I think this should be deep enough to put elder down in. See a lot of roots from surrounding trees, but that's all right. And now we're gonna get elder out the pot that it's been in for well over a year. Come on, elder. Oh, it's time. Look at that pot. If I can pull them up like this, take a look at his root ball, see where the roots is. I like to see that. Nice root. And so what I'm going to do now is to loosen up the roots so that they can, the sides here, so that the roots can be free of the confinement of the soil that it was in, and begin to attach to the earth. going to fertilize this hole before I put my elderberry bush down in there and loosen up some of that topsoil. So I want the roots to know it's someplace new and begin to suck up all of the natural earth's nutrients. The earth's natural nutrients. Get them roots loose. See them loosening up and freeing them. See, that's a big tap root right there. And I want that root to tap into the earth. Look at that. Okay, that's enough. Let me go get my fertilizer. I'll be right back. Now that I'm back with my fertilizer that I use for my bushes and my berries, this is Hollytone. This is an organic fertilizer that is 4-3-4 in nutrients. That's 4% nitrogen, 3% phosphorus, and 4% potassium. It also has 5% calcium and about 1% magnesium. This has magnesium sulfur, about 5%, the water-soluble kind, and it's derived from feather meal, poultry manure, bone meal, alfalfa meal, green sand, sulfate of potash, magnesium, and elemental sulfur. This is what we give our berries and bushes, fruit trees, berries and trees. So you want to give it about a cup down in your hole. I'm going to sprinkle some of this earth on there just to kind of dilute it a little bit so the roots are not directly on the vitamins. And now we're going to get elder planted down. Let's see, Elder, is that too low for you? That's a little too low, so we're going to add some of this soil back. And see, you want it a little, maybe you dug it a little too deep. So we're adding some of this soil back, but that's okay since the vitamins are down a little lower. Because by the time the roots tap in, they'll be well and dissolved. Yep, there you go. Now that's how about where I want my elder berry. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just pack the soil back in around him on the sides. Down in there, make sure the roots are connecting. No waste. Still moist too, so that's good. Elder, you're in there now, bud. And there we have it. We have elder down in its hole. And next we're just gonna come on a little over and get Deacon planted down, and we'll be done with uppotting our elderberry bushes. Throw away any little grass I see sprouting at the top of my bush. Grass and weeds. And loosening up the roots so that they can get used to their new environment. Deacon, Deacon, you free. You are free. Nice root ball. And freed it up. Okay, and we still gonna use all that soil as a top layer of soil because it's moist. We're not getting rid of it. No. So next we're just gonna fertilize this hole. I should have watered in the hole, which is normally what you do. However, we're not gonna do that today. These plants are moist, have just recently been watered, and the soil that they were in was really, really moist. These are some resilient bushes here. And we're gonna just judge to see if that's high enough, not quite. So we'll add some more soil back into the hole. Get her in. That should be good. Make sure all her roots are down in the hole. And then cover her up with some of this native soil, earth soil. All right, well, we are finally done with planting down the second elderberry bush, which I call Deacon. We have packed it securely with a lot of the soil that it was in the pot, refilled around the edges with the soil from the earth, and now they are free to live their best life in a ground and native soil setting. So family, I hope that you enjoyed watching me today as I planted down my elderberry bushes. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can know the next time I'm sharing some content. In the upcoming video, I will be transplanting out my volunteer sunflowers into their final gardening growing space. So until the next time, I will plant you now and dig you later. Take care. Bye.